Yo, hey people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Okay, so UK inflation hits Bank of England 2% target in May, which was last month. So let's see what's going on. Rishi Sunak, the current Prime Minister of the UK, hails very good news, but markets dial back basically on rate cuts due to services prices pressures. So I don't think we're out of the cost of living crisis just yet. So inflation has hit UK's 2% target for the first time in the last 3 years or so, delivering a flip to Prime Minister Rishi Sunak as he seeks to turn around his struggling election campaign. The figure marks a milestone for the UK economy after the worst inflationary upsurge in a generation. The Bank of England last hit its 2% inflation target in July 2021. The Office for National Statistics (ONS) data, which was in line with forecasts by economists polled by Reuters, means that headline inflation in the UK is now below that of the US and Eurozone, according to this Financial Times article. But higher than expected rises in prices for services led investors to dial back bets on interest rate cuts, leading to rise in both sterling and bond yields. Now, the future market now suggests that the probability of a quarter point rate cut by August is less than a third, down from 45% just before the data was published. So that will be good news for those who are looking to purchase properties, homes, and looking to get, borrowing finance and so on. Headline inflation is at a target, but the war on inflation isn't won yet, said Thomas Will Ladek, an economist at T. Rowe Price. He added that price rises for services indicate that inflation is not yet coming down in a sustainable manner. May's figures for consumer price inflation was down from April's rate of 2.3% as price rises slowed for products such as food and non-alcoholic beverages and furniture. The Prime Minister, who announced Britain's July the 4th election on the day the April figures were published, hailed Wednesday's numbers as very good news. He argued that the Tories, who trailed the opposition Labour Party in the polls by a whopping 20 points, had restored economic stability and could cut taxes as a result. However, services and core inflation remain higher than in the Eurozone, and the BOE's monetary policy, i.e. the Bank of England, Policy Committee widely expected this Thursday to keep the rates on hold at their 16-year high of 5.25%. Services inflation dropped to 5.7% in May, down from 5.9% a month before, but above the Reuters poll forecast of 5.5%, as price rises for airfares and accommodation rose. Now, Rob Wood, UK economist at Pantheon Macroeconomics, said the persistent strength of services inflation coupled with strong wage growth meant an August rate cut was a long shot. Core inflation, which strips out food and energy, fell to 3.5% in May, down from 3.9% in April, but still relatively high. Economists also warned that the drop in headline CPI inflation might prove fleeting as the impact of falling energy prices wears off. At its most recent meeting, the Bank of England predicted CPI inflation would rise again later this year, heading towards 2.6% in the final quarter. So they said, we expect to see inflation rebound somewhat from June onwards, said Paula Bijarano Carbo, an economist at the National Institute of Economic and Social Research. Given that today's data indicates that core inflation remains elevated, this rebound might be sharper than projected. The Conservatives and Labour sparred over the figures. I know that we've had lots of shocks, inflation, putting up people's bills, said Sunak. But we've stuck to the plan, taking action. That wasn't always easy, but we got there in the end, he added. Inflation is back to target. That means people will start to feel the benefits and ease some of the burdens on the cost of living. Well, we have to wait and see with that. Rachel's Labour Shadow Chancellor said the low headline inflation figure was welcome, but that households are struggling as of yet, and prices are 20% higher than the last 3 years previously when inflation was beginning to take off, she added. Okay people, so inflation rate there going down 2%, but has that eased the cost of living crisis? Do let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Catch you in the next one.